Well, good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday morning, and I think it's June 24th. Don't hold me to that, but I think it is. It has been a minute before I've been able to come back on here. I've just had a lot of things to take care on the home front, but I feel like I'm halfway caught up. You don't want to see my house. Nope, you don't want to, because then you would probably start a GoFundMe for me, and I don't want that. But anyway, it'll get taken care of. But the important things are taken care of. And so what I wanted to do was jump on here and remind all of you that there is a RFP out there for a grant administrator for the city of Bay St. Louis. Yay! To help facilitate and get through releasing the monies that we got from the Swift Current Grant Initiative. And I wanted to read the RFQ with you. And then I want to also read out, I don't know if I've ever actually shown and read out the award letter we received last May of 2023. Yes, it was taking that long to put out an RFP for a grant administrator, but you know, the wheels are turning slowly, but they're finally turning and going in the direction of the people. So that's a great celebration. So I want to share that as well as read out the RFP and also our award letters. So here we go. So I'm going to start with the request for proposals. Okay. And listen, if you know anybody or at all, anybody and everybody that might could apply for this as a grant administrator, the deadline I believe is July 12th. I'll read it in here and make sure I'm correct. But let's do that. Let's get as many people and companies as possible to apply. So there's a huge pool to draw from that will ensure that the right people are brought on board. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the city of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi is requesting proposals for grant administrative services to assist in a proposed project to be financed in whole through the Flood Mitigation Assistance Swift Current, which provides funding to mitigate buildings insured through insured through the National Flood Insurance Program. Now that's key. You have to have that in place to qualify for this grant going forward. After a major disaster declaration following a flood-related disaster event to reduce risk against future flood damage. Yes, Lord Jesus. It doesn't say that, I added that. This project may include property acquisition and structure demolition relocation, structure elevations, that's us, yes. Dry flood proofing of historic residential structures or non-residential structures, non-structural retrofitting of existing structures. Administrative services shall include, but are not limited to, the implementation of the project in conformance with federal compliance areas, including, but not limited to, environmental review if applicable, financial management, procurement, contract management, labor standards, equal opportunity civil rights, citizen participation, that's me, I'm a citizen, acquisition / relocation, and closeout. Information provided to the city of Bay St. Louis shall include, number one, the specialized experience and technical competence of the firm with respect to administration and related works on projects funded with Flood Mitigation Assistance, Swift Current, and other federally funded projects. That'll garner you 0 to 50 points. Number two, the past record of performance of the firm with respect to such factors as accessibility to clients, quality of work, and ability to meet schedules. That will garner you anywhere from 0 to 20 points. Number three, capability of carrying out all aspects of grant-related activities. That will garner you anywhere also from 0 to 20 points. Cost of services, that will garner you 0 to 5 points, so it's not as important, but they're still going to take that into consideration. References from previous clients of related work with the firm within the past 5 years, that will also garner you 0 to 5 points. And documentation of compliance with the e-verifying requirements must be submitted with proposal. Minority and women business enterprises are solicited to submit a bid on this contract. Submittals sent through the U.S. mail are done so at the risk of the prospective vendor and should be addressed to the City of Bay St. Louis in care of the City Clerk's Office, 688 Highway 90, Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, 39520. The city is not responsible for submittals that arrive in the mail after the designating opening time. Submittals may also be delivered in person to the city clerk's office. Now, it does say minority and women business enterprises are solicited to submit a bid on this contract, but it doesn't say they're the only ones. I would imagine they couldn't discriminate against anybody submitting a proposal on this. At least that's my hope, because I don't know about y'all, but this across the board, whether the pendulum went one way or the other, I'm over this discrimination of anybody. I'm sure all of y'all are too. I'm up to here with it. So I'm sure anybody can submit. Okay. Okay. All submittals must be on file with the city clerk no later than 10 a.m. on July 12th, 2024. All submittals must be sealed and clearly marked on the outside of the envelope as, quote, RFP for grant administrator, end quote. Responses submitted by express / or overnight services must be in a separate inner envelope package, which is sealed and identified as stated in the previous sentence. Envelopes not so marked are submitted at the risk of the prospective submitter. Ooh, don't be at risk. Don't do that. And the city assumes no responsibility for the premature opening of same by any city employee. The city clerk or authorized representative will meet at the City Hall conference room at 10 a.m. on July 12th, 2024, and will then and there read aloud the proposals. The administration will then take the proposals for review and consideration to make a final recommendation to the City Council at the meeting of July 16th, 2024. The governing body reserves the right to reject any and all proposals and to waive informalities. I like informalities being waived. Do I? No, actually, I like formalities being waived, but I'm an artist, so forget what I just said. For more information, please contact Mike Reso, City Clerk for the City of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, at 228-466-5457, or mreso at baystlouis-ms.gov. And I'm going to put this in the description so you'll get that. The published dates for this are Thursday, June 13th, which was a Thursday, 2024, and Thursday, June 20th, which was this past Thursday, June 24th. Okay, remember, guys, let's go over that deadline one more time. All submittals, excuse me, must be on file with the city clerk no later than 10 a.m. on July 12th, 2024. Okay, so please put this out far and wide. And if this resonates with you, that you meet these qualifications, please submit. All right, I did want to share with you I don't know if I've ever done it other than just a glance, but this is the award letter. Okay, see that? May 9th, 2023. Yep, been beating this bush that long. But finally, I think some fruit's falling out of it. It said, City of Bay St. Louis, FMA PJ 04 MS 2022 2007. Yep, 2022. And here we are, 2024. For 3100 Roberson Road. Ooh-ah. We are pleased to inform you that the above referenced flood mitigation assistance grant has been approved and funded. It's been funded since May 9th, 2023. As indicated on the attached flood mitigation assistance grant program agreement. The flood mitigation assistance grant program agreement should be signed, it's got to be signed by Bay St. Louis, and returned to this office prior to the commencing any activities under your grant. So I know this has gone slow, y'all, but hey, I am so grateful. God's timing is impeccable, and there's got to be a reason. I think part of the reason is that I was supposed to share this with anybody and everybody, so we can make this a movement for the families of Bay St. Louis and across the coast of Mississippi. The following conditions are applicable to the grant. A quarterly report detailing all project activities during the quarter must be submitted. That was my husband. I had to shut him out. A quarterly report detailing all project activities during the quarter must be submitted within 15 days after the end of each calendar quarter. Any change in the scope of work, period, or performance or budget must be requested in writing and have prior approval by FEMA. So I am sure, because ours has lagged so much, that there's going to be a budget review, like, what did they call it? Just an overview of a budget being reviewed, because prices have gone up. We are in that economy. Reimbursement request of eligible costs should be submitted through mitigationms.org and include copies of all invoices and receipts. Staff from this office will meet with you prior to commencing work to discuss project and financial documentation reporting requirements. And then if you have any questions, call the mitigation grant specialist, 601-933-6884. And that was from Jana Henderson. I do appreciate everything she did. Also appreciate everything Clayton French did. But Clayton, I still want a phone call from you. I want to chit chat with you, please. Okay. I know you got my number, and that would be just a nice nod that we're all on the same team. Okay. All right. So, and then we got the same thing from Miss April Bird at 4035 Honshu Street in Bay St. Louis. So here we go, guys. So here's April's. I want you to see the money we're talking about. This is real money that's going to raise your homes going forward if you meet these requirements. And that's why I'm doing this. I want y'all to know there is hope out there. It took a long time to beat this bush down, but we got it, and we're going to get the blueprint going, and I'm praying that it will be easier for people going forward. But let's see, to show it to you right here, and then I'll read it to you. You see that? So for April's, she had a approved total project cost, she had 100% covered, of $162,300. Okay, so that's to raise her home. And for us, because we only garnered 90%, but I will take it. And look, who knows, by the time we get our house raised, I may flood again this year, which is more than likely. So I just may be bumped up to 100%. You gotta take those flood lemons and make tasty flood lemonade, okay? So here's ours, okay? So as right now, our approved total project cost is $158,865, and we're a brick home. They're lifting our whole slab like a big giant pancake and raising it. And we don't even have to move out of our home. We don't have to take anything. I don't have to take my china, which I don't have china, but if I did, I don't have to take it out of my china cabinet. Okay. But I mean, that technology is amazing. So don't let that shy you away. They're not going to have to come in and rape and pillage your house anymore if you have a brick home. They can do it other ways and on a slab. So our approved total project cost was $158,865. The federal cost share was $142,978.50. The state cost share is zero, and the local cost share, meaning us, the homeowner, is $15,886.50. So that's up to date. So if you can submit a RFP to the city of Bay St. Louis, I hope you will. And just y'all, please, please, oh please, if you follow this, please share this, because it can't get out there for us to get the creme de la creme grant administrator for this, not just for us, but other families going forward, unless we get the word out. So I know they published it in the Seacoast Echo 2 weeks running, but I would like to just get it out far and wide because we still have time on that deadline. So y'all take care. Have a blessed day. Have a blessed week. And keep that hope alive, because God is in control. And one of my favorite scriptures I say out loud to myself all the time when I'm feeling overwhelmed is, it says, "Teach me in your ways and guide me, for you are God, my Savior, and my hope is in you all day long." So with that, I will leave you. Do not let your heart be troubled. Do not be anxious. Everything's going to be okay. Bye.